Good day. I'm Rothmann. I'm Director of the Optentia Research Unit at the Northwest University in South Africa. I want to share with you the results of a program that we implemented to help people who are unemployed to deal with the experiences associated with unemployment and to help them to find a job. When we look at the unemployment rate in December 2022, approximately 32% of people are unemployed in our country. The situation is somewhat more difficult in some provinces than others, but in effect, 8 million people who want to work lack the capabilities or the opportunities to work. This is actually further worsened by the poverty in our country. The project consisted of two broad phases. The first phase was to gather information about the attitudes, motivation, and behavior of unemployed people in the communities of Orange Farm and Boipatong in South Africa. The second phase focused on the development of a program to assist unemployed people to deal with the effects of unemployment. So, what did we learn about the functioning of unemployed people in South Africa? Firstly, we found that communities play an important role in the psychological functioning of unemployed people, and specifically their attitudes, motivation, and behaviors. Therefore, it is critical that we work with communities to increase cohesion within the communities and to build participation within communities. Secondly, we found that people were bored, that they were lonely, that they were insecure, and they worried about financial matters.
Being unemployed as a youth is like you are in prison in South Africa.
Stressful. It strains you because in most things that you want to have, you have to have money and you don't have it.
You got a lot of time, of which it's sometimes not good, because time without income is it's useless, I would say.
Our research showed that most people wanted to have a job within 1 month, which is unrealistic, but this is how desperate people are. Furthermore, we found almost 500 programs directed at assistance to unemployed people within the area that we work. Unfortunately, the programs mainly focused on business and vocational skills, and only 6% of all programs focused on the psychological functioning of people. Considering the attitudes, motivation, and behavior of unemployed people, we investigated different profiles of unemployed people in the townships that we studied. We came up with 4 types of unemployed people. The first type was the optimist, the second type was the desperate, the third type was the discouraged type, and the last type, the adapted type. What was concerning about the types of unemployed people was that almost 68% of all unemployed people were classified in 2 profiles, namely desperate or discouraged. Some unemployed people in communities start informal businesses. Unfortunately, they lacked the knowledge and skills in the fields that they worked. They lacked funding. Typically, the township environment does not support informal businesses that well. The Tubukela Pambili project was developed based on the JOBS program and presented to 131 unemployed young people, firstly, it increased the job search self-efficacy of participants, and secondly, it increased the self-esteem of the unemployed people. Furthermore, some of the unemployed people who participated in the program found new opportunities in education, as well as a new job, or started a business following the program.
I'm proud of the integration of qualitative, quantitative and an intervention kind of study that has the potency perhaps to be something that can be used later on in South Africa and that might be helpful for people being unemployed and for the communities working with the unemployed.